Take your oil and your car.
Take your oil and sod off. Hello, you absolute legends. Welcome back to the channel. John here on a freezing cold morning here in Lincolnshire. It's actually -2 according to the thermometer in the car. For what was going to be the world's coldest oil and filter change on a Smart ForTwo. However, I've driven the car around to Dad's and there's a knocking noise. So before we do any of that, before we tackle anything like that, has a spring gone? Well, so far, it's not a front spring that's gone. We've checked this side and this side. Could it be the back? Well, we haven't found a broken spring, but we have found a broken handbrake. So best laid plans of mice and men for us to attack that EML-like problem has turned into some diagnostics on the handbrake cable. We are taking the car for an MOT next week, which is why we wanted to fix that EML intermittent fault. But, well, there's no point in taking it if the handbrake's knackered. We'll soon find out what's going on. Morning.
Hello, mate.
You didn't expect that this morning, did you?
Not really, no.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking bums.
Does it look like the handbrake's failed on this offside?
It bloody well
the
does,
wheel.
Mike. It jolly well does. I wasn't expecting this.
No, me either. Me either. By the way, if you're sat there thinking, cool, that picture looks much better than usual, I'm using a brand new camera today. So it's Smart Car Repairs in 8K.
Just work the handbrake, please, Gromit.
Will do.
Okay. Off.
What can you see?
I was born ready. I was flipping born ready.
What's happened?
This is the one with the broken self-adjuster, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's failed, has it?
Let's see if that is better. I'll tell you what's happened. We're going to have to put a new self-adjuster on here. And it's wound itself back in.
Oh, right. So it's not looking like the cable is broken?
No, it's not, mate.
That's good news.
It is, because it looked bloody horrible to do.
So the cable is fine, the self-adjuster needs replacing?
It does.
That's lucky. That would have failed an MOT though, wouldn't it?
Just try the handbrake, please, son. It jolly well would fail the MOT.
Oh, let's try the handbrake again.
Hey, off. On. Leave it on for a sec. That, my friend, is what's wrong with that.
So I'm guessing what you've just done there is
wearing
check
it up manually.
the resistance, yeah.
I was just making sure there was balanced. Need a new self-adjuster, John.
I'll get one bought now. Good news. I've just bought a pair from the good team at Brakes International on eBay. It's cost £30 for a pair. Is that a good price, do you reckon?
Ooh! You never know with cars these days, do you?
Well, that seems to be the going right. They've sold 155 and their feedback on them is very good. So what are you doing now? You've put it all back together, you've manually adjusted that. Will that be okay and safe and legal to run around in until Monday?
Yes, mate.
Yeah, good news. Why had that done that?
The self-adjuster tag has been broken off in the past sometime.
Right.
1, 2.
Good news. Will it pass an MOT like that then? Or?
Yes, mate.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to have to obviously put the new
It wants to do it now.
new adjuster on. So but it's not as if we didn't know about it, did we? We knew about it when we did the job.
I'm not owning up to that.
Back in April. Good, what's next? Probably to go and find out what that noise is.
It jolly well is. And while I'm here, I'm going to give that yon side a good looking at. Well, I've got one problem solved already.
Well, the good news is the temperature has now dropped to -3 here in Lincolnshire, and we've actually just been for a test drive in the Smart 451 to see if we can find that knock. We heard it as we pulled off the drive, and then, well, it disappeared. It could be that something is frozen, there could be some water in a bush or in a joint somewhere. We've been for a good old run around Lincolnshire's back roads and we cannot find that knock again. So we're going to ignore the knock for today. We've made sure that nothing is dangerous, nothing is hanging off. Now to address what we're meant to be addressing, which is that EML light. It is intermittent, and as you'll see when we plug the diagnostic machine in, it is something to do with the variable valve timing solenoid. I've spoken to Sam at Mercedes, who is a technician, and has basically said there's a filter that gets blocked up. That could be your issue. Right, let's confirm that fault then. We know that there's an EML light on, and actually, if you haven't watched the Impian video from a few days ago, we had a stored code on here which was P0012 or P something 12, we'll soon find out, which is something to do with that solenoid. If you are looking for the OBD socket on your Smart 451, it's under here, under the dash. Make sure you've got your ignition on. Turn the Zoe Ball breakfast show off. So here's the scanner. And the good thing about the King Bolin is we can just plug it in, OBD, and it reads it as a normal OBD would. And it's showing us that the EML mill light is on, and there's one DTC in the ECU. Let's enter that then, let's have a look. So let's read the fault codes. So there it is then, that's the fault code that we've got, P0012, which says a P20B1, ignore fault code, current and stored. So this is the adjustment of the intake camshaft. Cylinder bank 1 is performed late. So what we're going to do is clear that fault code. We've got the diagnostics. Clear fault memory complete. So now if we turn the car on and off, that should be gone. And that has cleared that fault code. Good news. Okay, so we've just seen that fault code.
Yes.
And I've sent you an email from Sam,
yes.
who is our friendly technician at Mercedes-Benz. What does that paperwork show us?
Tells us we've got to clean that solenoid out. If that don't cure it, it's the variable valve timing mechanism itself.
And is that a big job?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's hope it's that filter. First port of call, then clean that.
And get in the blooming back first.
Here you go.
Just like it. We want to open it. Let's get in there.
Amateurish in the extreme.
Oh, customers left all the stuff in the back.
Oh yeah, hang on a minute. Let me move that. I got a new laptop this week, so it's all me kit.
It's another £5 on the bill.
Look at all these laptops. Ta-da! Do you know what we're going to do? I'm going to take out this luggage rack. So out comes the luggage rack.
No, it doesn't look like that there. Oh, I see, the solenoid's out on this picture.
Aha! So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert into the video a screenshot of this picture. This is what we're looking at. Yeah. And that's come directly from the team at Mercedes.
Look, I need that tin thing out of the way.
Yep.
Then.
There you go, out it goes. So let's take a look in there. So this here is the solenoid, right?
That's the solenoid.
Where your light is in the way.
Yeah. And behind it there's a bolt with the filter.
Can you stop moving your light? There you go. So this is the solenoid.
So that needs...
that needs taking out.
It does, because it's going to be annoying.
And behind it is there. Is that it?
It is, son, yeah. So we're going to clean that off.
Yeah.
And probably whip the solenoid out if it comes out.
And take that out.
Yeah, we've got to clean it off first though.
For those of you that's never seen where an engine is on a Smart 451, well, now you know, it's behind you. So Dan's cleaning out all around that solenoid with some brake and clutch cleaner just to make sure it's nice and clean. There's no debris going to fall in the hole. What does that solenoid actually do?
It opens up, it works on, old-fashioned folks will call it pulse width modulation. Some folks call it OCR. So basically it gets an on-off signal and it allows oil into the variable valve timing actuator in here.
And why will that be throwing up a fault code?
It's not working as it's expecting it to work. The ECU has determined it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Does it look like it's ever been off the car?
No.
So it doesn't look like someone's had it off and has been trying to solve a problem?
No, not yet.
Good news. How's that looking?
Well, it's not full of rubbish.
Ah, so there's the solenoid then.
Yeah.
Interesting. If that was bad, if that was faulty, what would you see?
Sometimes you can see where they've got bits of muck in them and they're sticking. This one doesn't look to be sticking. So it should have that filter there that stops that happening.
So the filter stops stuff from getting to the solenoid?
Yeah.
Okay. So now with the solenoid removed from here, we can actually see that screw which covers up the filter. Out comes that screw. So the filter is out. Show us the filter, come closer. Show us it.
Absolutely spotless.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? There it is, wow. Absolutely spotless.
Yeah, wasting of time here then.
So we're giving it a clean anyway, but there's no signs of any gunk in there, which could say
we're wasting of time then.
we're wasting our time and there's something more sinister going on. Sun is just starting to creep through the clouds. It's just gone 9 o'clock. Where have you just been with that filter?
It's got a little clip thing that holds it from dropping down while you're fitting it, and it's not very good, so I've used some petroleum jelly to just stick it in place. The theory behind using petroleum jelly is it melts off out the way.
Ah, yeah, good idea. So in goes that screw and filter back in. We've given it a clean, as Dad said, absolutely spotless. So that's not causing us the issue.
55 Newton meters.
That's the torque setting. I bet it's that solenoid giving us grief. Keeping warm. Worst case scenario?
It's the actual variable valve timing unit.
So back in goes the solenoid. You've given it a good clean. I've actually done something really productive while you've done that.
What's that sort?
I've put the kettle on.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm assuming you need to take the solenoid out to get at the thing.
Yeah, you can't get at it without, son. You can't get out the tinker without.
I'm assuming it's going to be a case of diagnostics until you find the problem, replacing...
No, we've got the diagnostic trail.
Sorry?
We've got the official Mercedes diagnostic trail.
You've got that?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Clean the filter screen.
We've done that.
Remove the solenoid.
Done that.
Remove the component.
Done that.
Screen filter from clean with a suitable cleaning agent.
Done that.
Install in reverse erase fault memory.
Done that.
Important notes, yeah. Tightening the screen, yeah.
So if that doesn't fix the
Possible
problem...
cause or remedy in all the cases. Replace component Y49 adjustable camshaft timing solenoid.
Okay. Is there a part number?
No. And after that it says, you're doomed. That's it, mate. That's the next thing.
So basically replace the solenoid?
Yes.
And that normally solves the problems by the sounds of things then?
That's the end of test. After that you're on your own. There you go, that's what it is. I've been through it.
One solenoid please, Sam. Hang on a minute, what you got there?
We could change the oil and filter and flush it, don't we?
Yeah, we are. So we're going to flush the system. Hang on, what is that stuff you're putting in?
Forte motor flush.
I can't see it. What's the... Show the good people. Oh, Forte hang on, hold that up. Forte motor flush. Oh right, what does that actually do?
It thins the oil down while you run it a bit.
Oh, and it flushes the oil out, does it? Is this like snake oil or is this actually a useful thing?
You put it in, the snake oil you leave in, don't you? I don't understand snake oil. It's a thing I've never heard of before. Well, I have heard of it. But
Snake oil?
yeah, tell me about
It's a scam, isn't it? It's something that's just nonsense.
Well, this is from South Africa. The snakes there, don't they?
So you've put that into the engine via the oil filler cap. Would you put that in and then just leave it as normal? You have to physically flush the system out, change the oil?
You don't drive the car with it in,
Right, okay.
else you'll break your car.
So while you're doing that, let me read the instructions here, because if I'm an idiot, which I am, I would do that. Instructions, add 1 bottle to the crankcase of a typical motor vehicle prior to an oil change. Without Kylie Minogue. Oh, that's nice, I like that.
She's an Antipodean babe.
Yeah, there's snakes in Australia too. For engines that are regularly flushed at each service, I don't think this has been flushed ever, fast idle vehicle for 10 to 15 minutes.
It's been regularly serviced though.
Oh, you've done something that's annoying me.
What's that? Well, yeah, get my phone out of the pocket.
In other cases, fast idle for 25 to 30 minutes. This is the important bit. Harmful if swallowed. Do not breathe the vapour. Avoid skin contact. Do not induce vomiting. Have a sniff of that.
No, I'm not sniffing it.
That'll clear you out.
It's like solvent, isn't it? It's a blinking solvent.
So we're going to leave that running in the engine while we have a cup of tea. Well, cup of tea time over. How was that?
Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, it's just what we needed. It's now time to drain the oil. We've flushed the engine flush has done its magic, hopefully, for the past 25 minutes. We're going to get the car jacked up, put onto axle stands, the sump plug out, the engine oil drained out, recycled, new stuff, new filter goes back in, new oil goes back in. We've researched the capacity, was it 3.4 litres?
Yes, mate.
Of 5W30 and 50 Newton meters on the sump plug.
It says 65, but Evolution reckons that's a bit tight.
Don't crack your sump.
No.
That'd be bad news if we crack the sump. Ah, nice to see that you've got your luxury floor mat out so we can lay in comfort on the cold floor.
Don't be too blinking comfortable.
They might be asleep.
That's where the problem is.
I buy my oil in bulk. That's 5W30, and I've also got a Febby Bilstein oil filter here. 34398. If you want one yourself, this costs £7 delivered. There it is. Little screw-on filter. When I bought the car, as I said, I was told by the previous owner that he'd just done an oil and filter change, and so there was absolutely no necessity to do it. I could be doing this oil and filter change myself. However, the sump plug is very tight right now, and Dad is struggling to get it undone. The last thing I want to do is rip the thread or the head off it by struggling. So we're going to let the professional do this time.
We'll try a bit of heat on it. It's corroded.
Can't be stuck if it's liquid. Just to show you how cold it still is out here. That's the note.
Here we go.
You're not beaten yet. So you've just said you could shift it quite easily.
Yes, mate.
What are your concerns then?
It's breaking the casting. Got the bugger.
Hey, how did you get that?
Bit more heat.
Good stuff. That caused us a little bit of, well, squeaky bum time for a moment there.
Bit extra heat.
Now time to drain that off then. For anybody who has got a stuck sump plug like we had just then, what advice would you give them?
Take it to the garage.
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh.
We'll have to have a look on Evolution, or you are.
I'm guessing there's some sort of
filter
on the sump plug. So the oil is draining out. You can see that it's quite watery because of that flush. So we didn't realise that the actual drain plug had a filter on. There it is. There's the drain plug filter. It's like a mesh filter, which is a good thing actually.
It is, isn't it?
You've just cleaned that with some brake.
Yeah, got to fit a new washer.
Cleaner. You've got a new copper washer to fit.
Yeah.
Bonus proton impian content, by the way. If you are not watching the series on the channel,
why not?
Check it out. Yeah, why not? We may be tackling the master cylinder at some point by giving it a rebuild with a rebuild kit, so stay tuned for that. Impian. Before someone shouts and says, "You've taken the axle stand out," the car is clearly sat on some wood. So don't shout. Right, back in goes that plug. New washer on there. Remember to dispose of your waste oil safely and responsibly. We have an empty one of these that we put our waste oil in, and then our local recycling centre takes it off us.
Come on, Gromit, fill the flipping thing up.
So off comes the old filter. This is the old one. It's a Bosch, that one.
Bish, bash, bosh.
On goes the new one, which is a Febby Bilstein.
And the instructions say prime it.
It does. And rub some oil on the seal as well. Bam, bam,
Don't put it where I'm living well.
Oh no!
Daft no bugger. You know, that bugger's as rusty as hell. Oh, the filter face at seating area.
Oh. Well, the filter was rusty as hell.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm going to clean that, John.
So what are you cleaning off there?
Well, the filter face has got corrosion on it.
Is that usual?
No, it's not. Then again, everything on this thing was as rusty as anything, wasn't it?
It did look like it had been at the bottom of the sea. What are you using to clean it with?
Scotch Brite.
Let's have a look at that.
Don't get oil all over yourself.
Oh. That isn't ideal, is it?
Well, no, it's unusual.
You've moved on from the Scotch-Brite.
I have, mate. It's I've gone on to a scraper and some wet and dry. I want to get that surface clean, to be fair. Yeah, this wouldn't have been a DIY job, would it?
No. For everyone shouting, why am I not doing it? This is why.
Made the old man struggle.
Well, whilst you're doing that, I'm going to prime the oil filter.
Good man. Got to be blooming better, son. Now we're primed, Optimus.
We're primed. I'm just going to run some round this
Cheers, son.
seal at the top here.
We'll call that time to put the leaking oil.
It's a bit full, so be careful.
On goes the oil filter, baby. Does it look like the one we took off?
Yeah, why?
It's alright.
Fits in the box.
I'm just going to do something a bit eccentric.
What's that?
I'm going to write the blinking mileage on it so I know.
On the actual filter?
Yeah.
Good idea. 742,000, no.
Do you know what I mean? When do you need?
Shut up then and care. So it's 111,042, so 11042. Well, at least we know that we have now changed the oil and filter.
You can put the oil in now, John boy.
I can do, yes. 3.4 litres.
Out of the way.
1 litre. That's a bit full. 2 litres. 3 litres. 3.3 litres. As you can see, the car is not on the deck. We can always put some in. We can't take it away as easy. So I'll let that drain in there. We'll get the car on the deck. We'll get it warmed up. And then we'll check the levels. Right, so the dipstick's in place. Insert the joke here. The oil cover is in place. I've cleaned up all excess oil on there. I can now start the car up.
I can check for leaks then if you leave it up.
And you can check for leaks.
Yeah. And we do know that leaks are not brassicas.
No. Brassicas in the field.
They're alliums.
We'll leave that running. So you're looking for leaks around the sump plug, around the filter, and around the engine there. How's it looking? A mysterious parcel has just arrived.
Hey?
A mysterious parcel. No idea what it is. Just says John on it. No leaks?
No.
Good stuff. So now
No other alliums.
no other alliums. It sounds. Do you know what? It might just be me, but it sounds better. Is that a thing? Is that a possibility? Well, yeah, it's just me. Right, fine. And out comes the axle stands and the wood. And down goes the car. You do that side, I'll do this side. Well, I'm out and down, you're out and down.
Let the oil level settle.
Yeah,
Top the oil up.
yeah.
Recheck it for fault codes. Got no oil leaks from that machine. So I'm happy there.
Right, let's check the level then. Now it's settled down. Needs just a tad more. Remember, I know that you know this, but I'm going to tell you just in case. You can put too much oil in. So don't put too much oil in. Settle down again, let's check that. Perfect. Gonna get it double checked by the boss. Make sure I've passed my apprenticeship scheme this morning.
Perfect.
Okay, well, job done. I'm going to take the car quickly around the block to heat it up for a little bit of a test drive, make sure that the fault code doesn't come back, and then we'll have a chat with Dad. Oh, so I'm back off my test drive, and actually, it might be a placebo, but it sounded quieter, it seemed a bit more peppy. Could us cleaning that solenoid have done something like that?
Don't think so, because I don't think there's anything wrong with it, do you?
Fair enough. Well, it seems to drive okay anyway. What are you doing now? You're checking for leaks?
I am, yeah. Still thawing out the car, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that noise this morning, was something frozen.
It certainly was. Do you reckon it sounded quieter?
Yeah.
That means we've got a happy customer. Well, the sump plug's not leaking anyway.
Good news. I'll return my parcel shelf and 17 laptops.
I haven't got the camera out. I'm going analogue.
You've not got your endoscope out, you've got a mirror on a stick.
Well, I don't know. Get.
Happy?
I'm the of the moon.
I think the last thing we need to do is scan it, make sure it's not got any new fault codes,
Good idea.
and then we'll have a debrief. No new codes, or no codes at all, which is good news.
Good news indeed. Didn't expect there would be there, did we?
Take a step back a sec. This way.
Take a step back, sir. Step back, please, sir. Step back. Look like a ruddy bouncer. Where's your little badge on your arm?
I'm not showing it.
Hey? Yeah, that's a security bloke in the precinct somewhere.
Do you know what? I wish I was sometimes, because it'd be an easier life. Okay, so quite a busy morning actually on the Smart Night Orange.
It was for me.
Yeah, so we've diagnosed that it needs some new adjusters.
It does.
On the back. We've got them ordered, 30 quid. That's a video coming soon. We couldn't find a fault with that noise. We think that actually there wasn't a spring broken, nothing was hanging
no
off.
springs broke.
What do you reckon?
So much was frozen up.
Yeah, something was frozen this morning, probably my shoulders. And then we've obviously flushed the oil system.
Yeah, we have.
We've done an oil and filter change, and we've reset that P12 code.
Yeah.
Should we keep an eye on that?
Yeah.
I think it's going to come back.
Yeah. Haven't found out.
No, when it comes back, we're going to replace that solenoid.
Yeah.
Good. If you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up please. Any MOT concerns? Or are we doing a separate MOT check?
Be right.
Be right. If you haven't already, subscribe to the
As long
channel.
as all your lights work.
Well, we'll check that before we go.
I see you walking around in the morning.
Yeah, that's true. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so for more Smart Night Orange content.
Yes, please.
There's lots more to come. Yeah, you like the Smart Night Orange?
I've never had anybody get the hot spanner on a ruddy sump plug before.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, comment down below. Have you had the P12 error on your Smart 451? Let us know what it was in the end. Was it that mesh that needed cleaning? Was it the solenoid, or was it something
Not the thingamajig.
more sinister? Till next time, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye. Oh, I'm going to go get warm now. I'm absolutely freezing.
Take your oil and your car.
Take your oil and sod off.
And don't forget your parcel.
As ever, thank you for watching this video. Dad and I have selected a couple more videos for you that we think that you might like. They're here now. Just give them a click to watch them. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. It means a lot to us. Thank you.